Today we are on the Bluebell Trail in Bull Run Park, Virginia. This is famous locally for the bluebells that I'll show you in a moment here. Hard to film myself while I'm walking. There are so many people here. There are several right in front of me right now and a number of them back behind me, but that's all right. We're here to see the flowers. That's the important part. They need to invent smell-o-vision so that you can smell these flowers. They smell just wonderful. Almost as good as they look. Finding a spot for coffee was a challenge today. I can't wander off into the bluebells because I don't want to step on them. And there are only a couple of other places to get off trail and not be stepped on by all the other folks that are out here. So here we go. This nice little beach that is on an island that I ran across down here several years ago, and surprisingly still here because these often wash away and the creek, that's Cub Run there, changes course. So hey, let's get to it. And while we're waiting for that to finish heating up, we've got some bluebells all around us, including a few right across. Let me turn the phone around. Just right there. Maybe next time I'll kayak up here. I can just about do that, depending on the water level. That looks ready to me. What do you think? Pouring the water around the edges of the filter to try to wash down the grounds that gum up on the sides. Don't want to lose any flavor. Nice thing about sand, I don't have to worry about putting down hot dishes anywhere. And as always, we're gonna pack our trash out. See these little shells here? If you didn't know, there are mussels, or not sure what you call them, that grow in freshwater creeks, and they're everywhere. And one time I was down here in another section of this creek fishing, and I got a bite. And when I reeled it in, it was one of these. The shell had actually snapped shut on my hook. Believe it or not. It was a live mussel, and I just had to pry the shell open enough to get my hook out, and I tossed it back. No idea whether it would survive that episode or not, but there's your fishing story for today. All right, and while I was yapping A fish jumped right over there by the log. And now that I look, I don't know if you can see it, but there are some fingerlings just hovering right under the surface there. One of them just swam down to the bottom. Like I was telling you earlier, a bunch of people have walked past here while I've been down on this beach making my coffee. I kind of wonder what they think, because I heard several of them comment, especially a couple of little kids who wish that they could come down here, and I do feel a little bit bad about that. I'm happy to talk to people and socialize, but you know, not everybody wants to come down and talk to a stranger, and I get that too. So I'm just gonna take a sip and then pack up and get going again so somebody else can enjoy this spot. Good coffee.
Right, well, I think it smothers them.
Well, if you get them to die, you can.
There's a couple ahead of me on the trail. I might try to sneak a shot in a second here. I have no idea who they are, but they're dressed all in white. They look like they're just headed to a wedding or coming from one. And they look beautiful among all the bluebells. They should be in advertising for the park. I did not sneak a shot of the couple dressed in white. Just not my thing to take pictures of people who don't know that I'm taking pictures of them or why, you know. People get nervous enough seeing somebody with a camera, even though probably 2/3 of the people I've seen on the trail today had a camera in their hand. And fair enough, you know, I wonder about somebody taking a picture of me too. This is the Bull Run Occoquan Trail, and it's got these twin ruts for a lot of it. Not sure if that means that it was once an old wagon road or what. When I said I could kayak to the Bluebell Trail, this is what I meant. That's Bull Run over there, passing by. And passing under us here is Cub Run. And there are two different directions I could come at it on Cub Run, but the main one is from Bull Run over here, because there is a drop-in point just off Route 28 where it crosses Bull Run, and that is maybe about 1.5 miles or 2 miles from here. So you can paddle up this way, and if the water is high enough, you can keep going up there. And I think the time that I did that, I got just about up around that bend there, but that was also late summer and the water was very low. So this day worked out pretty well. It was cloudy and kind of miserable earlier, also a little chilly. Now it's a little bit on the warm side, but sunny, which gives us a lot better lighting for pictures and videos, because those bluebells sure do shine in this light. So that's it. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you're local to Northern Virginia, come on down. The trailhead is just across from the Atlantis Water Park parking lot. Hopefully you'll have a day like this, but get down here soon, because they only last about 4 to 6 weeks.